Most of the quotes that inspire you to keep going in life, you'll find are taken from the movies. Like Fight Club, a movie that was called a before-age movie in the 90s, but now it's thriving amongst people. Want to know what's different about this movie? Well, we'll show you in today's video. Stay with us to encounter a movie story that you won't believe. And let's begin. Jack is an ordinary man trapped in an ordinary existence. He works for a big automaker handling car recalls in a boring office job. Even though Jack's job is so boring that it might easily put someone to sleep, he has chronic sleeplessness. He can't get to sleep no matter what he does. He's tired all the time and tired of living such a dull life. Desperate to get some relief, Jack begins going to support groups for different illnesses. He acts as though he is unwell, even though he's not. He finds that he feels better about his own life when he is with those who are genuinely hurting. For him, these groups turn into an odd form of therapy. He comes across folks who are genuinely hurting and takes comfort in their mutual openness. He may eventually go to sleep because of the emotional relief he receives from these sessions. Jack then gets to know Marla Singer. Like Jack, Marla is also moving from one support group to another. To him, she is a mystery, scrappy, cynical, and unadulterated. Because she is a mirror reflecting his lies, her presence disturbs the peace he enjoys in these sessions. She intrigues and irritates Jack in equal measure. To avoid bumping into each other, they decide to divide the support groups, but Marla keeps showing up in his life and thoughts. Jack's life unexpectedly changes while traveling for business. He boards a plane and meets Tyler Durden, a charming soap salesman. Tyler is fearless, self-assured, and carefree. Everything Jack is not. They had a great conversation about life, consumerism, and the important things in life. Tyler is free from the demands of society and follows his own set of rules. Jack discovers an explosion has wrecked his apartment when he gets home from the trip. He phones Tyler because he has nowhere else to go and no one to turn to. As long as Jack punches him as hard as he can, Tyler will let him stay with him in his dilapidated home. Despite the strange request, Jack complies with it out of curiosity and desperation. They finally get into a vicious altercation in a parking lot. Jack experiences a surge and a sense of release, despite the agony. Following this altercation, men gather in secret to form Fight Club, an organization dedicated to fighting one another. It's a basic and instinctive means of escaping their ordinary existence and rediscovering life. Two tight regulations govern how the club operates. The first is that you are not allowed to discuss Fight Club, and the second is that you're not allowed to discuss Fight Club. One-on-one battles, no shirts, no shoes, and the fights lasting as long as necessary are among the others. Fight Club quickly grows. Men from all walks of life join, each seeking a release from their frustrations and anxieties. For many, it is becoming an addiction. The violence is brutal, but the sense of camaraderie and liberation is intoxicating. Jack feels more alive than he ever has, but his life outside the club starts to suffer. He becomes increasingly detached from his job and reality. Marla continues to weave in and out of Jack's life, causing more confusion. She starts a casual relationship with Tyler, which irritates Jack. He can't figure out why he's so jealous. His feelings toward Marla are a tangled mess of attraction and resentment. Meanwhile, Tyler's influence over Jack grows stronger. Tyler's philosophy about life, rejecting consumerism and embracing chaos, begins to take over Jack's thinking. As Fight Club evolves, Tyler forms Project Mayhem, a group focused on creating chaos and challenging the status quo. This isn't just about fighting anymore. It's about disrupting society. They start performing acts of vandalism and anarchy, like blowing up buildings and destroying property. Tyler's vision is to bring down modern civilization structures, both literal and metaphorical. Jack, while initially fascinated, starts feeling uneasy about how extreme things are getting. The group's activities become more dangerous, and Jack's sense of control slips further away. The turning point comes when Jack discovers the shocking truth that Tyler isn't real. Tyler is a figment of his imagination, a separate personality that embodies everything Jack wishes he could be. All the chaos and destruction caused by Tyler is Jack's doing. This revelation shatters Jack's world. He realizes that he's been living a double life and that Tyler is a manifestation of his own suppressed desires and frustrations. Determined to stop the madness, Jack tries to take back control. He confronts Tyler in a showdown, a battle within himself. In a dramatic and intense moment, Jack shoots himself, aiming to destroy Tyler once and for all. And this act works. Tyler disappears, leaving Jack alive but severely injured. The bullet wound symbolizes Jack's commitment to reclaiming his own identity and life. In the end, Jack watches as the buildings around him crumble, the result of Project Mayhem's final act of anarchy. Marla stands by his side, confused but supportive. She doesn't fully understand what's happened, but she stays with him. As they hold hands, Jack realizes that despite the chaos and destruction, he has a chance to start anew. The city may be falling apart, but for the first time, Jack feels like he can rebuild his life on his terms, free from Tyler's influence. Fight Club, directed by David Fincher, is a film that dives deep into themes of identity, consumerism, masculinity, and the delicate balance between chaos and order. At its core, the story is about a man's journey of self-discovery in a world that prioritizes material possessions and societal status. This journey is intricately connected with the film's critique of consumer culture, this exploration of modern masculinity, and the interplay of chaos and order. The narrator, whose name is never revealed, starts as a cog in the corporate machine, plagued by insomnia and a profound sense of dissatisfaction. His life is a series of monotonous routines, defined by his job and the possessions he accumulates. This external identity, built around consumer goods and societal expectation, leaves him feeling empty and disconnected from his true self. David Fincher's direction is instrumental to bringing these themes to life. The film is visually striking, with cinematography that is gritty and dark, reflecting the story's underlying tension and themes. The use of low lighting and shadows creates a moody, intense atmosphere that mirrors the narrator's internal conflict. Special effects are used effectively to illustrate his mental state, particularly in the imaginative sequences where reality blurs with hallucination. This visual style underscores the duality of the narrator's existence and the stark contrast between his two lives. The set design further enhances the dichotomy, contrasting the sterile, impersonal, and corporate world with the grungy, decaying spaces where Fight Club meetings take place. These environments reflect the protagonist's internal struggle, emphasizing the difference between the life he is expected to lead and the life he yearns for. The decaying, chaotic spaces of the Fight Club become a metaphor for the narrator's mental state as he grapples with his identity and the societal norms that have shaped him. Sound design plays a crucial role in creating the film's atmosphere. The sound effects during the fight scenes amplify the brutality and rawness of the physical confrontations, immersing the audience in the visceral experience of the characters. The soundtrack, featuring bands like the Dust Brothers, adds to the film's edgy, rebellious vibe, reinforcing its critique of consumer culture and exploration of masculinity. Dialogue is sharp and memorable, with many lines becoming iconic. Tyler's monologues in particular are thought-provoking and challenge the audience to question societal norms in their own lives. Fincher's direction is masterful, with his attention to detail and ability to create a tense, immersive atmosphere being key to the film's success. The story is presented from the narrator's perspective, drawing the audience into his fractured psyche. The twist is that Tyler is a figment of the narrator's imagination, and it's revealed gradually, building suspense and keeping the audience engaged. This revelation is handled expertly, with the pacing and build-up ensuring the twist feels both surprising and inevitable. The editing in Fight Club is fast-paced and dynamic, mirroring the chaotic nature of the story. Quick cuts and jump cuts during fight scenes create a sense of urgency and intensity, reflecting the confusion and disorientation of the protagonist. The film often blends scenes seamlessly, especially when the narrator's reality shifts and Tyler appears, emphasizing the fluidity of the narrator's mental state. Flashbacks and non-linear storytelling add depth to the narrative, allowing the audience to piece together the story alongside the narrator. This technique enhances the film's engagement, keeping viewers on their toes as they try to understand the true nature of the characters and events. Fight Club is a film that explores profound themes of identity, consumerism, masculinity, and the balance between chaos and order. Through its compelling narrative, striking visuals, and masterful direction, it challenges viewers to question societal norms and reflect on their own lives. The film's critique of consumer culture, its exploration of modern masculinity, and its examination of the tension between chaos and order make it a thought-provoking and enduring piece of cinema. So what are your views about this great movie? Please share with us in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.